What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, we got my first official update on the Shoot Machine group build hosted by Blue Ox over there. Link in the description to his channel and all that fun stuff. So, if you remember what I'm building, this is the Revell 1956 Chevy Bel Air. For, like I said, a Shoot Machine group build, and I think the way I'm taking this is I'm actually digging it. So let's show you what we got going on so far. So for a Shoot Machine, you can basically do any type of old car. I believe it's like 1930s and to today's cars. So basically, Shoot Machine is one of 3 things: a nice paint job, different aftermarket wheels, or engine swap. So, but you know me, I'm gonna be doing all 3 of those things. So, and I did get quite a few questions asking, saying, Dylan, are you getting this group build? And I didn't know about it until, I saw a video. I was like, shoot, this is right up my alley. So yes, we're doing a 1956 Chevy Bel Air, probably one of my favorite years of the Bel Air. The 57, it's okay looking, but for some reason, to me, this one looks more modern than the 57. The 57 looks older than the 56. It's just my opinion. Look at pictures, you might know where I'm getting at, but for some reason the 56 looks more newer than the 57 for some stupid odd reason. I don't know why. That's just how I look at it somehow. But this is how it's gonna look so far. This is how I'm gonna have it stance, sorta. Well, it's gonna, be a stance like that. So it's looking pretty good. So let's show you the wheels entire package before we even dive into this thing. So these are the tires. I'll just show you one because they're the same. The tires actually came in the kit because it's a 2-in-1 kit, stock or custom, or basically Shoot Machine you want to call it. But these wheels are 3D printed, and these are the ones I'm going to go with. I did see some of these wheels on actual cars on Google. So it was just pretty cool. So I found them online and download them and print them up, and they look amazing. So, and like I said, I sized them up so they can fit the stock wheels, because I do like the stock wheels, or the stock tires. Because I do like the stock tires. I think they have a good profile to them, and they originally look pretty good. Originally, most Revell kits, the tires are a bit too fat and the wheels are a bit too small, but in this case, I think Revell did a pretty good job. So yeah, those wheels look pretty cool. I'm not sure what color I'm going to paint them yet, because I'm going to tell you the color of the body here in a little bit. Then here is majority of the car, how it's sitting, and you might notice there's something in there. Yes, I did tell you guys I am putting in a supercharged Corvette engine in this thing, and it's just mocked up. It's just kind of floating in there. But that's how it's gonna look, sorta. Not cricket like that, but it looks amazing. So let's show you the first things first. I did make, or 3D print, a new radiator, because you do get the stock one, and the stock one it's okay, but it's not really my style. And also the engine there is pretty tight because it needs an electric fan, and also needs room for the filter. I don't know what I did with it. The filter hose that curves around, and I can't nick the radiator. So this is a bit too thick, and this one's a bit thinner. So pretty cool. So I took the shape of this, I traced it out on a styrene sheet, and that's how I made the frame, you want to call it. And then I cut a hole, or cut it so I can mount my new radiator, and pretty cool. And those little guys are extra coolant right there, extra radiator hose or radiators. Not really sure what they are, to be honest. I did see some pictures of some Bel Airs had that, so I decided to replicate it, and I put on 2 electric fans. So pretty cool, and it fits perfect there. I mean, it really just slides into place like that. It's pretty cool. So glad how I designed that, and it looks really cool. So it looks a lot better than the stock one. Then let's go ahead and just take it apart. The body interiors right here. Interior, not much to see there. Body, very little cleanup, hardly any cleanup, just some mold lines here and there. I scrub out the panel lines, make them a bit deeper, but the body is actually pretty clean. I did glue on the firewall. The instructions do tell you to glue the firewall onto the interior bucket, but you can glue it to the body. It's not a big deal because I do want a body color. So yeah, so it looks good, and yeah, that's it for the body. Body's basically ready for primer. And here is the engine. We'll take it apart. Some things are marked on there. Then we got the block in there, kind of tightly fit in there. There we go. So here is the supercharged engine. This thing has incredible detail. I mean, every little piece is separate. To this, even this guy, all of the belts, or the pulleys I should say, are separate. So this is separate, this little guy's separate, separate. Even the alternator is separate, a valve cover is separate, the head is separate, this little guy in the center is separate, even the starter is separate, oil pan separate, and the transmission's in two halves. You got the big piece right here, and then you get the smaller one here separate. And the water, or the water pump separate. I mean, this engine, I mean, it's probably about almost 20 pieces alone, just this engine. I mean, insane. I mean, obviously you do have the exhaust, you do have the oil filter here, you do have the modern spark plugs right here for both sides. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot more to it. And then obviously you got the supercharger. The supercharger is in two pieces, as you just saw. So here is the bottom half. And then this guy was separate, and also that belt or pulley was separate. And this just this is like just locks into place like that. I mean, it looks really good. And then you got the top half that goes on, like, well, I just dropped it, but you get that general idea. I'll show you off the engine. That's what it will look like. Pretty cool. And then you do have your engine cover, LSA or LSR, I can't remember what it is, but that will go on like so. That's how that will look like. They'll finish that off, and then yeah, pretty cool. This engine is very detailed and hardly any cleanup. The way I print my parts, I print them pretty well, pretty high resolution, I'll call it. So there's not too many lines on there, or print lines, or layer heights you want to call them. So, but yeah, the engine's pretty good. Had to do a little modification to the chassis to get that engine to fit. So I did had to make some homemade brackets for the transmission and the engine block, and I did had to cut this part. There is a centerpiece that goes across here, but I did have to cut that out so the engine can fit in there. But really not much modification to really get this engine to fit. I mean, it fits in there perfect. I got it way I want to fit in there, and it fits perfect, and it's gonna fit really good. And like I said, it's gonna be a little bit tight fit because I do have the what you call it, the filter. The filter, it has a hose, and this is what I'm gonna be using for the filter hose. It's not a 3D printed thing. The filter is, but the hose, I have a 3D. I have to make it my scratch, so I gotta just get a lighter and bend it to where I want it and stuff. So it's gonna almost hit the radiator, but it's not going to, because got the new radiator in there, and it looks pretty cool. But other than that, that's pretty much all we're going for it. I mean, the interior, I'm gonna keep the stock interior. I love these bench seats. These things look amazing. They went together super well, and these look amazing. So the interior we're gonna keep the same, keep the stock. All of the chrome, if you've been on my channel, I ship all the chrome. So we got the grill here with the indicator lights, the back bumper, front bumper, everything. Every single little piece of chrome I strip. It's all back here. Right there is all chrome pieces. The headlight buckets, even the center of the dash. This chrome is just pretty cool. I stripped it because I just don't like the kit chrome. And also, some people would ask me, it's not only because the kit chrome, it's the weight of how they mount them to the trees. Because Revell, they actually mounted one right to the tip of this bumper, and once you cut it, there's a piece of chrome missing, and it just doesn't look right. So that's another reason why I strip it and repaint it, because the way to mount the trees to the parts, when you cut it off the tree, you do have a piece of chrome just missing on there, and it's just not right. So that's another good reason why I strip the chrome and repaint it. But other than that, guys, that's it. It's pretty good build so far. I thought it'd be a lot more complicated by putting the engine in it, but I got it straightened out, and it should look pretty cool, and looks pretty cool. So body color. So I am doing. I am gonna be doing two-tone. This up here is the body color, and then the second tone is up here to the trunk, to the back, and to the roof is the second color. So what did I choose? Well, here we go. We got like a blue. There's the name of it right there. And then we're doing a gray. So the blue is going to be the main color, which is going to be the front. And then the gray, we're going to do the upper half up here to the roof, to the back, to the roof. So that's what I chose. I think this is going to be pretty cool, and it should look pretty neat. So yeah, the chrome should look amazing, and then the wheels, I might just thinking of doing chrome as well, do them all chrome, but we'll see. But this is the way we're doing this build. I mean, it should be pretty cool. That like a darkish, kind of make a gray blue kind of, and then the gray on the whole back. I think it's gonna look super stunning. But that's it for this update. I mean, basically, it was almost ready for primer at this point. I just gotta get the wheels, figure out where I want them to fully stand, so I can get the axle to stand, sit, and stuff, and then the front axle and stuff. But other than that, I think we're almost ready for paint. But other than that, guys, I just want to give you this quick update. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. But until my next video, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.